Episode 3 Extended Version, The Gold Code, Mining, Memory, and Forgotten Gods. Gold is a metal so precious that entire empires rose and fell chasing it. But what if humanity wasn't the first species to mine it? In this episode, we follow the gold trail to southern Africa, where archaeology, mythology, and forbidden knowledge converge, and where the origin of Homo sapiens gets older, and far stranger than you were ever taught. But why mine gold? Was it for wealth or survival? Mainstream science tells us gold has little practical use. It's soft, rare, and chemically inert. But that's precisely why it is valuable. Ancient Sumerian tablets and Zecharia Sitchin's translations say the Anunnaki came to Earth for gold, not for wealth. According to Sitchin, it wasn't vanity, it was atmospheric repair. On Nibiru, their home planet, the atmosphere was failing. Gold, when suspended as particulate nanodust, could reflect sunlight and stabilize the climate. Modern science has since confirmed gold nanoparticles are used today in medicine, electronics, and yes, even in experimental climate control. Coincidence or ancestral knowledge resurfacing? If the Anunnaki needed gold, where would they go? Probably to southern Africa. In present-day Zimbabwe and South Africa lie the world's oldest known gold mines. Monotapa, in Great Zimbabwe, and some surrounding regions dated as far back as 200,000 years. That's long before any known civilization. In fact, it predates Homo sapiens as we define them. Even mainstream archaeologists struggle to explain how such massive stone structures, mine shafts, and smelting operations appeared in the so-called Stone Age. The indigenous Zulu people have ancient oral traditions about sky gods who came to Earth and forced people to mine gold for them. These beings had names like Abantu Abafansi, the people from beneath the earth, Nomo, aquatic sky beings from Dogon lore in West Africa, Wawan and Mpanku, the twin sky brothers of Bantu mythology. They were never described as spirits, always as physical, powerful, commanding entities. Researcher Michael Tellinger claims that southern Africa is home to over 1 million stone ruins scattered across the landscape, most still unmapped. Among them is a site he calls Adam's Calendar, an astronomical stone circle aligned to the solstices and equinoxes, estimated to be over 75,000 years old. It predates Stonehenge, the Great Pyramids, and even the Sumerian civilization. According to Tellinger, these structures form a geometric grid, resembling a lost energetic network, a kind of planetary circuit board. What were these sites really? Gold processing centers? Astronomical observatories? Or remnants of an ancient mining operation powered by resonance and frequency? Ancient tech, misread as religious symbolism. At a certain point, the Sumerian tablets describe a moment of crisis. The Anunnaki workers, named as the Aigi, were forced into long, dangerous mining shifts, and they eventually rebelled. Enki, the genetic scientist, proposed a solution. Let's create a new hybrid species to take their place. That's when Adama was created, not born but assembled from clay and essence, in what modern minds might call biotech terms. The location of this genetic lab? Some scholars point back to Africa, the very region where Homo sapiens inexplicably appeared, not gradually but suddenly. That is even echoed in modern genetics. Mitochondrial Eve, the matrilineal ancestor of all modern humans, traces back to a woman who lived in southern Africa around 200,000 years ago. Same timeline, same geography, same story, hidden in different languages. Mainstream culture gives us the names of rulers like Enki, Enlil, and Anu. But in ancient texts and oral traditions, we find more obscure names like Utu Shamash, the Anunnaki overseer of mining operations, later worshipped as the sun god; Ninurta, Enlil's warrior son, said to control the tools of stone and metallurgy; Thoth, the Egyptian god of wisdom, whose legacy may trace back to Enki under a new name; Mami Os Ninhursag, the geneticist goddess who shaped the human womb. These were not fictional deities. They were described as alive technicians, managers, engineers. Their names evolved across cultures, but their roles remained eerily consistent. Is this one of the purposely hidden chapters in human history? So what do we make of this? A few striking aspects. 1. Ancient gold mines older than any known civilization. 2. Massive stone circles aligned with the stars. 3. Consistent oral traditions of sky beings and forced labor by human males. 4. Genetic records that match the timeline. 5. Forbidden archaeology ignored or dismissed. This isn't just missing history. This is a purposely erased history. Because if we accept this narrative, the implications are really massive. Humanity didn't evolve, it was engineered in a lab. Our oldest sacred sites were not temples, but factories. Gold wasn't currency, it was purpose. And our creators, they may have never left and still live here. This was episode 3 of our 10-part journey into our forbidden past. In episode 4, we meet the creator, Enki, the geneticist god who defied his brother to bring humans into being, and may have planted something hidden inside our DNA that still lies dormant. Subscribe on this channel, comment your thoughts, we'll keep diving deeper, and remember, every buried mind tells a story, sometimes it's ours.